Alright guys, got a new project in the shop. It is a 1960 Ford F-250. Cool thing about this truck, it is a factory four-wheel drive. Currently has the 223 straight six, and it has a T98 4-speed. Pretty neat truck. Pretty rare. It's only the second year they offered a factory four-wheel drive. Put this light on and show you. Got kind of unique style. Anyway, the knuckle assembly at the spindles is a ball and socket style, or a closed joint is what they call it. I believe it is a Dana 44 even. I know it's for sure a Dana 44 on the F-100. I'm pretty sure it's a Dana 44 even on the heavy duties. Maybe it's a Dana 44 HD. But that definitely looks like the 5-inch, which is just the standard Dana 44. But it's a pretty unique setup. It's got a divorce transfer case, of course, so it uses a standard two-wheel drive transmission. It's got a two-wheel drive output just like a normal transmission. And then they call this a divorced transfer case because it sits back. It has its own frame mounts. And obviously the rear drive shaft just goes back. I'm quickly guessing that's probably a Dana 60 rear. Might be something different. The webbing on it looks kind of unique. Yeah, pretty cool setup. I am, first things first, I am going to pull the hood off and start draining fluids. Get that old powertrain out. I'll be right back. Alright, a better look at the engine here. Just a little 105 horse, 6-cylinder. What did they nickname these? These were mile makers or mileage savers or something saver, I think. Because they were good, strong, reliable, economical engine. You know, they ran forever. They never really had much issues with this series, but it's just underpowered for the size of the truck. So we are putting that 302 and a T19 4-speed in it. Alright, got the coolant draining out of that little petcock. It's just a little valve you just turn on there, just like the water spigot on a house, and it just drains the radiator out. I know most of you people watching know this, but basics. Before you start doing anything, take the battery out. You don't need to be taking the starter wire off and having it arc out. Just step one, other than draining fluids, just unhook the battery. It's a good insurance policy to avoid any kind of cluster. So super easy. Unhook the battery. If you're doing a project like this, just unhook it, set it aside, and start unhooking everything.
Real quick, so this is our intermediate project. My husband started talking to a guy. He was on his route. Started talking trucks and Fords and rebuilding engines, and asked if he could do an engine for him. So he came by on Saturday, and I want to say within a couple hours he got the engine out. And then today we got the engine in the back of the truck for him. And now we are finishing up the 302 that was originally going to go into the F4, but with all of this shift in the frame and all of this stuff, we decided to go with the big block. And so this 302 is going to be put in that.